the Philippines, 17 regions and 81 provinces, spread across 7,641 islands, each one a home to people, places, and potential.
The Philippines, a member of ASEAN, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, and BIMP-EAGA, the Brunei, Darussalam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, East ASEAN Growth Area.
There's definitely more to the Philippines than just the National Capital Region.
Find out more about what the rest of the regions that comprise our archipelago and the regional groupings that our country is part of have to offer to us and to the world on Regional Roundup.
Regional Roundup with Bing Kimpo, a closer look at the regions in and around us.
A wider perspective of our islands and our part of the world. Hi, my name is Bing Kimpo. In this episode of Regional Roundup, our focus is on BARMM, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Following the recent oath-taking of their interim governing body, the Bangsamoro Transition Authority, we'll talk about the road ahead for the region with their Chief Minister, Ahod Ebrahim. Chief Minister, congratulations on the recent oath-taking of the 80-member Bangsamoro Transition Authority.
Unang-una, Bing, we are very thankful to the President na nagkaroon ng appointment na ng BTA, and the President himself strictly followed the law and the agreement, the peace agreement. Now, on the status of the BTA sa ngayon, after 3 years, more than 2 years na operation. So, isa sa major accomplishment is yung BARMM poverty is in a steady decline. Steady po yung pag-decline ng poverty. Then Lanao del Sur is no longer the poorest province in the country. Tumaas na yung status niya. Then investment in the BARMM from 14 million in 2020 umabot ng 2.8 billion in 2021. Investment po ito. Then BARMM's economy rises by 7.5% in 2021, sets record as second fastest growing region in the country. So ito po yung mga major na positive na development.
You have 3 more years to finish the work of the BTA. And this work includes the priority codes, which will lay the groundwork for governance at BARMM. Now, first, there's the administrative code. The second, the civil service code. And third is the education code. Natapos yun ho yun. Now, there are 3 more priority codes that the BTA is mandated to pass. 1 is the local government code. 2 is the revenue code. And 3, the electoral code. Another mandated code deals with indigenous peoples. So please tell us, how is work on these codes coming along?
Yung Bangsamoro Local Government Code now referred to the Committee on Local Government, Committee ito sa Parliament. Already referred to them, yung Bangsamoro Local Government Code. Then yung Bangsamoro Revenue Code nasa finalization stage. So yung Bangsamoro Electoral Code being drafted by the cabinet now. So we're hoping that within 2022, we will be able to pass the entire 6 priority code.
May isa pang mandate po ang BTA. Yun ay may kinalaman sa mga indigenous peoples ho natin dyan. Kumusta naman po itong pag-craft ho ng batas na ito para sa mga indigenous peoples ho natin sa Bangsamoro?
Ongoing ngayon ang through the Ministry of Indigenous People. So naka-draft, they are ongoing ang draft nila. and that will be reviewed by the cabinet and then finally passed to the parliament.
What are the other items that are high on your agenda at the BTA?
So, yung Bangsamoro Development Plan natin, may from 2022 to 2025, ito yung focus nito. Number one is to establish the foundations for inclusive, transparent, accountable, and efficient governance. So, isa yun sa kailangan namin na ma-improve talaga yung governance in the region. Alam natin na isa yun sa nakikitang very problematic dito sa this region. So, pangalawa po is to uphold peace, security, public order, and safety, and respect for human rights. So, yun po ang pangalawang goal namin. Then pangatlo is to create a favorable, enabling environment for inclusive and sustainable economic development. Pang-apat, to promote Bangsamoro identity, cultures, and diversity. Pang-lima, to ensure access to and delivery of quality services for human capital development. To harness technology and innovation to increase socio-economic opportunities and improve government services. Ang ito is to increase strategic and climatic resilient infrastructure to support sustainable socio-economic development in the Bangsamoro region. So number 8, to improve ecological integrity and promote and enhance climatic change adaptation and disaster risk reduction to sustain resilience of communities in the Bangsamoro. So yun po ang mga priorities namin under the development plan.
Naglabas ang Bangsamoro government ng 12-point priority agenda for 2023 to 2025. So, kung pwede po, let's focus on yung isa doon, no? Revenue generation and economic comparative advantage. Dahil alam nyo, yan naman talagang isa sa mga priorities talaga natin. Hangarin na ho natin na kung kumikita ho yung ating lugar, kung kumikita yung ating rehiyon, talagang marami ho susunod dyan na problemang masasolve din. So, given that, focusing on revenue generation and economic comparative advantage, it seems to me na dalawang imperatives ho na relative to that, itong revenue generation and economic comparative advantage, ang kailangan hong tutukan din o bigyan ng pansin. Ito ang pag-institutionalize ng Islamic Finance dyan sa BARMM at pati na rin ang pagsulong ng paggawa or pag-alay ng Halal Products and Services, as these two things open up BARMM and the rest of the country to the growing halal economy around us. So, ano pong inyong vision for BARMM by 2025 when your term at the BTA ends vis-a-vis Islamic finance and the provision of halal or the development of halal products and services at BARMM po, Chief Minister?
So we see na very important ito kasi yung region is basically Islamic kasi mas marami ang Muslim. And then we are in a region also that is practicing Islamic finance. Yung nearby sa amin, yung Malaysia, Indonesia, and yung iba pang mga malalapit na Brunei also. So we are surrounded by countries engaged in economic, Islamic finance and halal industry. So we are looking forward to this, and we are this is one of our target that within next year we will be able to implement Islamic finance and halal industry.
Ano po yung mga importanteng next steps? What are the key next steps for BARMM to take with regard to Islamic finance and the promotion of halal products and services?
Siguro isang very important is unang-una yung trying to yung Islamic finance ay magkaroon ng pag-aaral kung paano ito i-tie up with the normal finance so yun ang namin. So merong ongoing effort ngayon to transform our economy into Islamic finance.
May mga timelines ba tayo for this, Chief Minister?
We are looking forward to next year. Kasi ngayon is almost middle of the year. So we are looking forward to next year na ma-implement natin both yung Islamic finance at saka yung halal industry.
A key concern at the BARMM really remains to be connectivity. Now, connectivity both with regard to transportation and connectivity with regard to telecommunications. And I say this particularly for the island provinces of Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. What are the plans for improving both transportation and telecommunications connectivity in the BARMM region, particularly in the island provinces of Basilan, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi po?
Well, sa ngayon, ongoing ngayon ang probable signing with a company that will be on the working out on the telecommunication. So magkakaroon kami ngayon ng agreement with a private company na mag-build ng ating telecommunication in the BARMM area, especially in the island provinces. Kasi very poor nga yung telecommunication sa BARMM area. Yung mga island provinces hindi mag-connect. So we need to move on this. So ongoing ngayon, we'll be signing the yung contract for the establishment of the telecommunication facilities.
Bakit ba niyo ikwento kung sino yung inyong private sector partner?
Mayroon kasing tatlo ngayon. So we are still trying to pinapasubmit namin sila ng kanilang plan and we will see. But within this year, magkaroon ng pirmahan sa contract. So, pangalawa is yung sa transport, actually, ang pinaka-importante nga is yung unang-una yung air transport. So ang kuha natin is ma-develop natin yung mga airport sa mga island provinces. Gaya ng sa Sulu, wala tayong airport natin doon is hindi makakaya ng kan. So we can improve and magiging international, hindi naman international airport, pero already capable of handling any kind of aircraft. So pangalawa is on sea transport. We need to have a very connectivity. Yung ministry namin ng transportation and communication is working on this. Meron ng mga seacraft na procure natin, and we'll be procuring more to deploy it in the island provinces. Kasi ang problema lang ngayon is connectivity between Cotabato, Sulu, and Tawi-Tawi. Ngayon, meron na tayong flight sa Tawi-Tawi kasi yung airport naman nila is so we have encouraged PAL to open up a flight from 2 weeks 2 times a week na flight. So there is another private company also. They'll be opening another flight also soon. And so sa Sulu, we are thinking of developing kasi yung current airport ngayon, mahirap nang i-extend yung airways. Kasi mountain kasi so we will see. It's either in Isabela or in Lamitan where we can improve the airways sa area. So yun po ang tungkol sa transportation. It is one of the priority na kailangan natin na ma-accomplish within the remaining 3 years.
Mukhang talaga magiging busy si Minister Herboso.
Oo. Sa kanya talaga ito mag-call.
Chief Minister, just last month, dinalaw ho kayo dyan ng Sabah Chief Minister and Special Envoy for BIMP-EAGA, si Tan Sri Datuk Seri Panglima Pandikar Amin Haji. So speaking of BIMP-EAGA, ano po ang inyong plans for further taking advantage of this regional subgrouping po?
We are very interested kasi nakikita namin yung prospect ng progress for this also tie up with this BIMP-EAGA. Alam mo na medyo na fun lang ito because it has been started already. Pero parang hindi masyadong natutukan. So ngayon we are trying our best na yung pagpunta nga rito ni Pandikar, Speaker Pandikar. He was a former Speaker of the Parliament. So he is from Sabah, and then we are opening up also yung Tawi-Tawi for tourism. Magaganda, very siguro sa tourist, attractive sa mga tourists.
Brunei, Indonesia, and Malaysia are nearby countries. They represent ready markets for some of your products. Ano po yung mga produkto ng BARMM na sa tingin nyo may magandang pag-asa dyan sa BIMP-EAGA neighbors po natin? And at the same time, ano yung mga ready expressions or ready of interest na galing sa kanila po? For which particular products?
Well, mostly agriculture products. So yun ang i-develop natin. And then isa rin dito is yung coconut. Kasi very rich tayo sa coconut sa area. And hindi ito ma-export sa ibang kwan. So we just need to promote the industry, coconut industry, para ito maging viable for exportation sa ibang bansa. So isa yon. So mostly in the agricultural, we are focused on the agricultural products. Kasi yon naman ang natin, possibility ma-improve natin yung agricultural products.
Chief Minister, napag-uusapan na lang din natin ang pag-export. Isang magiging susi malamang dyan ay ang Polloc Port dyan sa may, sa inyo. That's a major international port of the Bangsamoro region. Please tell us what the plans are for Polloc po in the near future.
Nakakuha na ito na meron na tayong budget na nagat dito na we will improve it into an international port. Alam mo, meron ng mga barko na dumadaong, nagdadala ng kumukuha ng nagdadala ng mga produkto galing ng China. Pero pagbalik nila, empty sila. Wala silang walang dalang pan. So yun, we see na we can take advantage of that. And then, yung mga barko na malalaki, hindi makadaong sa Polloc kasi medyo mababaw yung port. So we have to improve that.
Are there plans to privatize the operations of Polloc in order to siguro make it more competitive?
We are looking into that, pero wala pa tayong final na decision. It has to be taken up by the Parliament.
There has been talk of moving the seat of government from Cotabato City to somewhere near Polloc nga, again to take advantage of its stature as an international port. So please tell us a bit about this planned move of the seat of government of BARMM.
Tama yun, Bing. Actually, meron na tayong na-purchase na lupa, 300 hectares, more than 300 hectares. Doon sa malapit sa Polloc Port. So, ito yung plano natin na we will move on the seat of the government of the BARMM doon sa area. Unang-una kasi sa Cotabato City ngayon, very congested na. Mahirap na talagang matuan dito kasi maliit yung area. And in fact, ang plano rin ng namin dito is mag-create ang parang Metro Cotabato area. Para at least yung development sa area will include yung mga neighboring municipalities tulad ng Sultan Kudarat, then Parang on the other side, and then dito sa other side naman yung DOS, so tama yung mga iba pang mga municipality na nearby. So mag-create natin ito into a Metro Cotabato area.
And ano ho yung plans po for the Metro Cotabato area po?
Well, now mayroong mga infrastructure program na funded by foreign countries. Isa dito yung pag-create ng coastal highway from those to Malabang area. Connect ito through Mecan. So may connectivity na in the coastal area. So meron din mga development plan extending to the different municipalities. And siguro we can officially declare yung after na meron ng mga enough programs to be implemented, we can officially declare yung Metro Cotabato area.
Anong inyong mensahe sa ating business sector?
You can really see na malaki ang improvement as far as peace and order. yung mga grupo rito na usually ay hindi na ganong ka-active, hindi na ma-fan. And then what we are trying to solve now is yung internal feuds, yung mga yung tinatawag namin na RIDO. So we are trying to address this kasi isa lang ito na sa mga recent na mga pangyayari na it is not accredited to yung dati na yung mga grupo na international connected na grupo, wala na pong kanyon. Usually mga internal problem na lang yung problema natin dito. So we are now inviting the business sectors and other interested investors na tignan nila yung, I think there is now a time to see the real situation in the area. Kasi we can proudly say na talagang malaking improvement as far as peace and order is concerned. And then yung gobyerno natin is very active. Yung BARMM is really very active in promoting investment in the area. So we call upon our all those the business sectors and the investors to please try to look into our area, the BARMM status nito. We see that it is already very viable for investment.
Would you like to invite more of our kababayans or travelers in general to visit BARMM and see the tourist spots that you have to offer there?
Tama yun, Bing. It is timely now na we can invite our brothers and sisters in the other part of the country, and then also in neighboring countries. Na we have a very attractive area for tourist destination. Ito po yung sa Tawi-Tawi and the neighboring provinces. Mayroon ng flight ngayon from Cotabato to Tawi-Tawi. Makikita ninyo kung ano yung mga magaganda sa Tawi-Tawi. So thank you very much, Bing, for this giving us this opportunity.
And that was a regional roundup conversation on the road ahead for BARMM, the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, with their Chief Minister Ahod Ebrahim. BARMM is a region that, like much of our archipelago, needs to be viewed from a new perspective. One way I choose to look at it is as a bridge of many sorts to our neighbors in BIMP-EAGA, to some of the more accessible markets of the global halal economy, as well as to our own rich heritage dating back centuries past, well before the Spanish came. So we'll continue to look at BARMM here at Regional Roundup in the same way that we view the rest of the regions outside NCR, as places of potential on which and with which we can build a much better Philippines. This has been Bing Kimpo. Catch you in the next episode of Regional Roundup.